Hello everyone and welcome to the Good Old Gamer. So with PC gaming, things haven't been that great here recently, so today we got ourselves a jolt of good news and it sparked me to do this impromptu video. So alright, over here on GOG, we now have some of the best Star Trek games ever made for the first time ever available on a digital platform. And if you guys know me, you know that I prefer GOG because you get the game's DRM, and what that means is you actually own them. So this is really the best case scenario, and I'm very excited for you guys out there that have never played these games before to introduce you to some of the greatest Star Trek games of all time. But before we get into it, are you in need of a Windows 10 key for your new PC build? Well, today's sponsor, CDK Deals, has the deal for you. They offer great prices on games, software, and of course, Windows 10 keys. Just search for Windows 10 and you get an awesome price on this Windows 10 key. And for a limited time, you can get an even better deal by typing in GOG25 in the promo code for 25% off. Checkout is super easy with secure payments with credit card or even PayPal to make things as simple as possible. After payment is complete, all you have to do is just click on your key, click the Get Key button. There you go. You can also check your email for your brand new key. Now to activate Windows 10, all you have to do is go to search, type in activation settings, and go ahead and change key. And that's it. It's that simple. So now's the time to take advantage of this exclusive offer and get that extra 25% off by clicking the links down below and using GOG25 as the promo code. Now back to the video. So here are the games that were added to GOG just here today as of recording. We have Star Trek Voyager Elite Force 2, Bridge Commander, Starfleet Command 3, Star Trek Hidden Evil, Away Team, and then coming soon we have Star Trek Armada and Star Trek Armada 2. And if you guys are a fan of the channel, you guys know that I've been talking about Star Trek Armada 2 a lot here lately because I made it my mission to get this game up and running on Windows 10. It took me about 4 months to get this game up and running on Windows 10. And of course, I was planning on doing a video, so GOG just had to steal the wind right out from under me and are just going to make it something you can download and play. This is definitely going to be the easiest and best way for you guys to play this game once this one comes out. And that's what's the really exciting part here, guys. A lot of you out there, you may have played these games a long time ago. You may still have the discs floating around somewhere. Some of them are difficult to get up and running on modern operating systems. So GOG makes sure that these games will run on everything, including Windows 11. Once Windows 11 launches, they will patch the games and make sure that they just work. So this is going to save people a lot of time. For example, Star Trek Elite Force here, if you guys remember on my Pop! OS video in the background, I tried getting Elite Force up and running under Linux using Lutris, and I just couldn't get it to work. And I would bet you anything that this will just simply work using Lutris plus GOG here today. Now, I haven't tested it yet. This just happened. I haven't got the games yet. Of course I'm going to, but that's going to be in a very short upcoming video. I'm going to test and make sure that these games do work under Linux, and if they're just as easy to install and play, that would be excellent. But for you guys that don't know, the footage that I'm using is from Star Trek Elite Force. The Elite Force series are the only first-person shooters set in the Star Trek universe. This uses the old Quake 3 engine, but obviously when this came out in the year 2000, Quake 3 engine was still new. It has a very fitting storyline for the Star Trek Voyager universe, and honestly, it's one of my favorite old games to go back and just play. What's really excellent is the voice acting does use the actual cast from the television show. So you have Kate Mulgrew as Janeway, you have Tim Russ as Tuvok, and all the rest of the cast are in there doing the voice acting. Now, even more exciting is Star Trek Elite Force 2. Now, why is this more exciting? Because if you want to buy it, it's actually very expensive to get for a physical copy, and there hasn't been any digital distribution of any of these titles in the past. So the only way you could legally get this game was to spend, I think the last time I checked, it was about $80 on eBay to get this game up and running. Now, here today, you can get it for $10, and you don't have to do any patches or any fixes. You just download the thing and play it. So honestly, I have played this game before, but I never played it the whole way through. It's very similar to Voyager Elite Force 1, except this time you have Patrick Stewart coming in as Captain Picard, and you're going around shooting some more Borg. So honestly, this is definitely going to be a game that I'm going to be playing here in the not too distant future. To be honest with you guys, I never played Star Trek Bridge Commander. This looks like some sort of simulation type game. I got a few comments on my post earlier today. Some people are very interested in this title. Personally, it's not one that, like I said, I've ever played. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. But I mean, once again, it's great that you can now get the game instead of having to go on eBay, buying a disc secondhand, and then figuring out how to get the thing up and running on modern operating systems. Starfleet Command 3 is another one that kind of fit the same mold as Star Trek Elite Force 2. Elite Force 2, I remember, like I said, it was going for like $80 to $100 regularly. I remember at one point when I looked into getting Starfleet Command 3, so once again, this is a game that I've never played, but it was going for like $170 on eBay. I checked here today, they're down around like 50 to 80 bucks. So it's definitely gotten cheaper, but still, $10 is a much better price. And once again, like I said, no hassle. You don't have to figure out the patches and stuff. You can just go ahead and play it here today. The Starfleet Command series, they are more of a strategy game, but you don't control entire fleets. It's more about managing your one ship. And I guess you could say it's more like an adventure game too. Strategy adventure. It's a very interesting concept, and there aren't a lot of games out there like this. Honestly, when I was trying to get Star Trek Armada 2 running, Hidden Evil was another game that not a lot of people played. I actually do have this. I still own it physically. I was thinking about getting it up and running. Well, now there's no point in doing that and spending all that time. I could just go ahead and get it. This is actually kind of a cool little game. It's more of an adventure game. The old school adventures where you kind of search around, you solve puzzles. There are some action-y parts in there. But yeah, it's just an old school adventure game based in the Star Trek universe. It's a little bit more modern than like Judgment Rights or the 25th anniversary, you know, the old sprite-based games. This one came out in the early 2000s. Personally, I wasn't totally drawn to it, but, you know, it's one of those things. Nowadays, it's probably a lot better than most of the AAA games being produced, so it's probably going to be worth checking out yet again, as I personally like adventure games. Then the last game that launched today is Star Trek Away Team. This is another game that I personally haven't played. Taking a look at this, it looks almost like Commandos. I don't know if you guys ever played that, where you control a squad, almost like a Fallout type of situation, except it's not a complete RPG, like or kind of like XCOM, that kind of a thing. That's what it's looking like from the images here. But yeah, so this is definitely an interesting game. I've never played it before, and it certainly looks like it's worth picking up for a couple of bucks and playing here today. Then, as I mentioned with the Armada games, Armada 1 and 2 are coming soon. They'll show up eventually. Star Trek Armada 1 is not too difficult to get up and running. This is your traditional, you know, strategy game, like your StarCrafts, your Warcrafts, like that type of game, Command and Conquer, except in the Star Trek universe. This is one of my favorite Star Trek games of all time, just because, look, you know, if you're controlling like 4 Borg cubes, I mean, that's just awesome, and sending them after the Federation. It actually has a really good storyline in it, too. If you're a fan of Deep Space Nine, like I am, you'll very much appreciate the storyline in here. It kind of follows a lot of the stuff set up in there. You do have Patrick Stewart in there, Michael Dorn doing the voice acting. I forgot the name of the girl who did Tasha Yar and Commander Sela, but she's in there. So the voice acting's spot on. It's a very fun game if you're looking for an old school RTS. I couldn't recommend these games enough. Now, obviously, these aren't out yet, but I will certainly be doing videos on these. As mentioned, particularly Star Trek Armada 2, because of how much of a pain in the ass this was for me to get up and running. And Paul from Not an Apple Fan, he was talking about it on our recent podcast, because I sent him the build that I had fixed. And he was very grateful. He very much appreciated that. He loves RTS games. And yeah, so he's going to be super excited. And I want to see if they fixed a few things, maybe updated the display drivers, things of that nature, because it's designed obviously for 4x3. Maybe there's a way to get some widescreen support in there. Who knows? Like I said, it's very difficult to get these games up and running in general, so I'm not going to be pressing my luck there. So I just want to do this quick little video here because this is almost like a brand new release if you think about it. Unless you had the physical versions of these, a lot of these games were just too expensive for them to be worth paying for. You know, $200 or $300 for 20-year-old games doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So now for 10 bucks a shot, they're very much more accessible. You don't have to worry about getting them up and running and breaking and all this the other nonsense that really sucks with these older games. So I'm very glad to see that they're over here on GOG. There's a game in here for just about anyone. That's the main reason why I want to do this video. You don't need a really powerful PC. I mean, if you're just using an iGPU, even if it's an old Sandy Bridge iGPU, will run most of these games, if not all of them. Probably should run all of them, honestly. So you don't have to worry about having that graphics card. If your graphics card died, whatever old GPU you threw in your system will work. And in today's market, I think we need to focus on good news like this. More people having more access to more games is a great thing. And I think most of you guys will enjoy one of these titles. And if you're interested in picking any of these up, I do have links in the description below. They are affiliate links, so I do get a small percentage, and it does help the channel out, and I want to thank you so much for that. Yeah, now I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you excited that these games are finally here? These are some of the games that I'm like, we really need these on digital platform. No One Lives Forever 2, 1 and 2, those really need to come over. There's a few other games out there, but most of the great old games from back in the day, we have most of them on GOG now. So this is a huge step forward, as these are titles that I play regularly, the Armadas and the Elite Force games at the very least, and now it just makes my life a lot easier. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you excited about this? And if you played some of the other games that I haven't, let me know. Like, what did you really like about them? This way it can kind of direct me on which one I should try out next. I'm really kind of leaning towards Away Team. Maybe Starfleet Command 3. I like Starfleet Command 1. I never played 2 or 3, so that might be an interesting one as well. But once again, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like videos like this, please smash that like button, please subscribe, please share with friends. That really does help me out. Once again, affiliate links are down in the description below. It really helps out the channel. So if you are interested in picking any of these up, just buy them through there. I get a small percentage. That helps me out. So thank you so much for your support. That's really all I have for you guys here today. I'll catch you guys in the next video.